The Sandakan Death March. It's probably one of the greatest acts of cruelty against Australians during wartime. Of the 800 Aussie soldiers forced to march, only 6 survived. Now this year, the Mark Hughes Foundation is following in the footsteps of these Australian heroes and trekking the Sandakan Death March to raise money for brain cancer. Before we leave, we sat down with the last remaining survivor held at Sandakan, World War II soldier Billy Young. Now Billy joined the army at just 15 years of age, looking for a good feed and some adventure, but he had no idea what would be facing him as he left for Singapore. Now part 1 of Billy's story is where we find out how he managed to lie his way in the Australian Imperial Force.
I've only been in the home of, a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. Not very long. I wouldn't know. It'd be interesting to know just how long I'd been in there. Wasn't long. And we're all grouped around, and there's 2 fellas that've been working outside doing something. One of the fellas, he came out, and the screw, as we called them, screw. But they were nice people. They were really nice people. So this screw said, "Where's Benny?" And they said, "Oh, Benny's sick, mate," and said he's got to stay in bed, he's got a cold. He said, "You've got to finish that job outside." And he turned around and said, "Hey, Billy," he said to me, "come on over here." He said, "Go out with Phil and finish that job. It's got to be done." He got real flustered about it, So I went out and we worked all morning, nothing said. When we came out after dinner, this little Phil come up to me and he grabbed me by the shirt and he said, "Hey," he said, "I'm going to nick off this afternoon, the Savo," he said, "the Savo, and you shut your trap." I said, "What do you mean, shut your trap, you little trap?" I got real offended with him, that little weasel. I said, "What do you mean, escape, nick off? What are you going to do?" He said, "I'm going to join the army." I said, "You can't join the army, you're not old enough." Eh? And he said, "Well, I know just where to go." Eh? And I said, "Well, in that case, I'm going with you." And that was it. Boom, so off we went. And we waited till night, and all sorts of things happened, but we got out of it. And we went into town, and it was dawn when we stayed outside the door at the place next to the town hall there, or the post office, rather. And there's a little entrance there and a little shield up, and we got beside there, behind there, but you was cold. And at any rate, about 8:30, a couple of blokes come along. We said, "It's about time we've been here for hours." These 2 jokers, and they said, "Which mob do you want to do?" And we said, "The one that goes overseas." And he said, "That's the AIF. I said, "Well, right, that's what." And he said, "How old are you?" And we said, "How old you got to be?" He said, 19, and we said, "Well, it's us, that's 19. And fair dinkum, that's all we had to do right through. Now, Lynn's researched this, haven't you? And you found that there's only certain places this happened. Yeah. And other places they had people, they were sending them to jail and all sorts of things.
There were warnings in the paper, and anybody underage, don't try it on because you're going to be severely dealt with.
If I hadn't known this bloke, and if I hadn't been with him, I wouldn't have known it. Wouldn't have gone to this place because it was the most open. It was right next to right in the city, the last place you'd pick. You'd think everywhere, the eyes of the world would be on you. But no, they thought it was great to let young people in, these people who were running.